Hey, how's it, everyone? Reed here. So I'm just back testing today. I'm trying to find A setups specifically across all my 5 pairs that I watch on my main list. One thing going into back testing, I just want to say is we want to go in with focus. So what are we looking for? There needs to be a specific goal in mind when you're back testing. You're not just clicking away. Trust me, I've done this. I've experienced this where you're just really wasting your time. You are getting the reps in and looking at the charts. That's great. But what are some takeaways that you could document and the statistics behind that? So my goal today is to get some A setups, but in order to get those A setups and screenshot those, I have to go and get B setups and C setups. I already started. This is my first position here. GU long pound USD. This is a 5.37% trade here. And I'm just going to speak out loud what I'm looking at as far as my entry goes and everything, and just my mental process behind it. So I see that this is an area of resistance. So realistically, this would be my target in a real market scenario. Notice also that these entries are happening at midnight, between 11:45 and midnight. It is a B setup. What I like to see for an A setup is price pulling back to the Asian range high, rejecting it, and then this type of formation presenting around the Asian range. So if it was a little lower, it would be an A setup. But seeing that the L50 dipped below into the sell zone, and then on the after the Asian range closed, now it's in the buy zone. So that is mediocre. That's automatic B for me. Coming up here, that's another B grade for me. Don't look at this painted signal. Ignore the B signal there. However, the price at which it is painted at, meaning the distance from the Asian range to here, that is another B for me. So automatically, this is like a B to C to B, since there's two knocks, the L50, right? So this one right here, and then also this signal is a little too high above the Asian range. Does it work out? Yes. So that's the thing. I want to take note of that. I want to make sure, like, hey, okay, so this trade works out. Maybe I want to risk a little less than this, right? So trade works out for, plus 5%, over 5%. And I mean, that's wonderful, right? Maybe take a smaller not loss, take a smaller risk on this one. So I'm going to put like risks anywhere between 0.15% to 0.25%. This is a borderline C grade because of two ticks, two knocks, really. Say two knocks. All right. So, but what I like to do, this is the greatness of backtesting. Let's say I wanted to just follow this 21 EMA, this red line right here. Yeah? Automatically, I'm already adding value to this trade. So I'm trying to get the second one here. There it is. So 4, 5, 6, 7. That's already 7%. That's 2 extra percent that you could squeeze out. See, I wouldn't know this if I wasn't backtesting, right? Then we could trail that 21 EMA. See, this is just like, thinking out loud. What if, right? What if scenarios? They're good to entertain just because you will learn, like, hey, maybe I could take a certain percentage out at this support resistance level. It's more of a resistance level. Take some off the chart here, take the profit, right? Let the rest run. That could be an option. Maybe I just want to tighten my stop loss here, right, at 5%. So that way, if it pulls back down, then I'm not worried too much about it. I'm still going to come out, walk away with 5%. That ain't bad at all. But just showing what was on the table at the time, what could have been risked, right? So let's see what happens. Entry criteria, get out the way. And this is just the first trade of the day. Okay, now we're in the next day, Asian range day. So this all happened Wednesday. Wednesday, and then at night, trading late at night, the London session, the 8th takes over. Now we're in the 8th London. So this is, lunchtime Hawaii time. So ideally in a position like this, let's say I just came to the charts, right? That I'm trying to look at, see what, and identify what is available. I'm going to mark the Asian range high because I want to go long. Asian range lows, you can mark that as well, but I don't need to, because I'm looking for longs in this scenario, right? We had a nice bullish day here, and I want to execute on more longs. Immediately, what I'm noticing is L50 is in the buy zone. That's a plus. However, it's dropping, so that could be a tick. That could be something to be wary of. Additionally, it is overbought. So this dotted line up here, that means it's overbought. And that's something that I don't want to even think about trading, right? So let's just continue on. Let's just see what happens, right? So this kind of breaks above. Thinking out loud here, right? I just want to spill out all my thoughts. Does break above the Asian range high, but that pullback, I don't like that pullback, and it closes strongly below the EMAs. EMAs are beginning. Well, the EMA didn't cross just yet. Yeah, it's yellow 8/21, 8/21 does cross in the Asian range. Asian range ends bearish. Great reasoning why I stayed out. This would be a loss. When I list these things out in my backtesting sessions, going forward in forward testing, meaning live trading market when it's happening, this is perfect reasoning of why to stay out of the market if I see something similar set up like this. So for example, a strong run, then a pullback into the Asian range system, Asian range session, a very strong pullback. I don't want it. I want to stay out. Perfect example here. This would be a loss. So let me just visually implement that there so we can see that. Ooh, not short. You make money if you go short or go long right there. That'd be a loss, yeah? 1%. 1% loss. Boom. So don't want to do that. Don't want to risk that. We're going to just close that. So moving on. At this rate, I'm not looking to go short. 200 EMA, just like my criteria says, is it in the buy zone or sell zone? 200 EMA, if price is above 200 EMA, I'm looking to buy. I'm not looking to short, even though the Asian range low and it's testing and it's presenting a sell signal. I don't want to trade it. So what I want to do is I want to get to the next day. I'm just going to keep playing forward. See, this is happening at 7:45. This is the New York session, right? It's happening, but low volatility. All these small candles and wicks, that's low volatility. It's consolidating. So now we're in the Asian range session. That's a tongue twister, Asian range session. So buy zone, look at that. Okay, cool. So this is great. First day bull run, second day consolidating. We are on the third day of this bullish run. Again, we are bull market because it's a price is above the 200 EMA on the 15-minute. L50, buy zone or sell zone? Buy zone. EMA is bullish, crossing bearish. Hold on, let's fast forward it. Let's get to 7 o'clock. Here we go. So it's consolidating. It didn't really make it. Started high, it ended lower, but it didn't end way, way low. So I am bullish on this. I do want to mark, though, yesterday's high. So that's yesterday's high. Also want to mark start. This is VWAP. See what the VWAP, if there's support. VWAP is just another indicator. We'll just continue. There we go. So this is what I like to see. I like to see strong bullish engulfing here. Next, I want to see a pullback. So this is the Asian range, right? Asian range high. But this whole level from here to here, this is really the level. Yesterday's high, Asian range high. Overall, it's just a key level. So I'm going to write key area. Yeah. So it's a key area. What I want and what I look for is looking for rejection off or bouncing from recent key areas. Do not trade overextended candles. Perfect example to stay out of this one. This is a way overextended candle. It's the biggest candle in even the last, since 3:45, 4 a.m. yesterday. Wow. Even actually, it's the biggest one since the first bull run, so a day. This is the biggest engulfing overextended candle in a day. So again, approach this with caution, especially with the L50 being neutral. Look at that strong bullish momentum, but L50, it still needs to catch up. So let's see what happens here. Nothing. All right, cool. So here we go. Here we are. Love what I'm seeing here. Bullish dips, bullish L50 since yesterday. Asian range bullish, but it dropped a little bit. Start of the new day, it was neutral. Price didn't, like I said, it was consolidating, right? It doesn't know what it wanted to do. But I like what I'm seeing here. EMAs are holding. Let's see what happens. It's testing the VWAP. See if we get a signal here in the next couple bars. It's pulling down. Also, this is another reason why I don't trade overextended candles. Perfect example. This, I feel like it should be a good screenshot as to why you don't trade over, or why I don't trade overextended candles. Boom, minus 1% right off the bat right there. Well, not right off the bat, but you get the point. Let's see, enter at 9:45. By midnight, you're closed. So my entire trading session, you'll be holding this. How stressful would that be to just be in this position here and it's just wicking up and down, up and down? I don't like that. So good lesson as to why to not trade overextended candles. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this. I actually like that. It's a great lesson. So we're going to go download image. Boom, it's a great example. Save. I'm just going to save it. Cool. Overextended candle, remove. Well, I want to be detailed, so let's just do this here. Why to stay out. Overextended candle. All right, so that's that. Still, I am bullish. Again, this is a great way to stay out. So if I stayed out of these trades, stayed out of this, stayed out of this, stayed out of this A2, right? Stay out. Why to stay out? That's 2 losses that I don't need to take. It's unnecessary losses. Actually had to experience these losses, and that's only through back testing, right? That I'm able to come to that conclusion. Boom, pulling back to 200 EMA. My theory is that this will just reject off of that 200 EMA, but let's see what happens. Oh, there you go. It just tanks. Pulls back down into that 5% zone area, that strong support. So we could be coming down to this area here. Let's see what happens. Ooh, even lower. Looks like it's bearish now. So we are bearish just because 200 EMA is here. EMAs are basically showing bearish. I'm going to remove this VWAP. Unnecessary. All right, cool. So let's wait for this next Asian session to pop up. There we go. We're in the Asian session now, in the sell zone. L50 is rising though. Wow, it rolls all the way. Ooh, wow. Strong bullish momentum here. Oh, there you go. Overextended candle. There's no entry here for my system. I'm just gonna let it. Some days there's not gonna be any trades like this week this is where I'm backtesting actually. There is no opportunities currently. So I'm just gonna do the work here. So let's see what happens. Yeah, it's just going to continue going up. It is an overall bullish market. I'm sure if we look at the higher time frames, it'll be bullish. Overall bullish. This is just the 15-minute intraday trading, yeah. So just to clean up the charts, I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to let price play out to the next Asian day. So once I see price like this and it just moves without you, 8 o'clock, these are kind of cool nights because I could go to sleep early. You know, I could get my rest. I could spend time with the family more time with the family, um, and just take a nice chill night, call it a night, and walk away from the charts. That's what I would do in this type of scenario. When price is moving away from me so quickly, I'm not going to try to force anything. I'm not going to try to jump in this trade. It's just not my type of style, right? So just moving on. Now we are in the buy zone again. Buy zone for the most majority of the day yesterday. Asian range. We're going to let this play out. This might be a good opportunity to buy here. I like the L50 just, floating there. It's not drastically sloping down. Okay, so we're at 7 here. I mean, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So I would be at the charts right now. Asian range high, Wednesday. So this is yesterday's high. Template Asian range high. 200 EMA buy zone, L50 buy zone, EMA's bullish crossing. So EMAs are a little tight right now. I want to see a little more cleaner break and pull back down before I get in. Let's see what happens. Looking for A setups now. So this looks like price is just going on again without me. And it is what it is. Oh well. On to the next. It's only Wednesday, you have time. So this looks like price will continue on, and that's all right. Oversold. Price pulls back down. How's that massive pullback, though? It's like a pullback, huge bearish engulfing. Then it's followed by a huge bullish engulfing. Almost off of yesterday's high. So, I mean, it's a key area, right? One thing about these lines, when you draw them in, I was always under the impression that these are like lines in the sand, right? They're not specific support levels. Like price doesn't have to hit this exact 1.26230 and then reject this level and go up. It could reject before that, just how we're seeing right here. So that's just something, a fun fact to keep in mind. Okay, so we are in the next day. This is Wednesday. All right, let's see what happens. Going low. 200 EMA is still showing support. Bullish. L50 is dropping. So if I do go long, yesterday's high is in the way. That's automatic B grade. L50 is in the bearish zone. That would be another tick. That's C grade. So at minimum, I'm already looking at C grade setups. This is not going to be something that I actually take, but let's just see how price plays out. Pulls back. Almost presents an A2. I would not get in like here. Nope. This is not a setup I like. It's within the Asian range. Asian range hasn't even broken out to the upside or the downside. If anything, price is bullish because of the 200 EMA. Never trade against the 200 EMA. Yesterday's highs in the way. This is just a stopping market for me. I don't like anything. Look at that. It just consolidates. So there we go. Nothing here. Could this be a potential one? No, it's overextended again, but it's within the Asian range. Just don't like it. There we go. Popped up. I like that, and I'm okay with that. Just so messy. Look, it's in the bears. It's in the bull zone, buy zone, drops into the sell zone majority of the time. And then I'm already in bed anyway when this happens, so maybe news happened. I'm not sure if this does show some news here, but who knows what happens here in this day, June 15th. Pops up, breaks above Asian range high and yesterday's high, 2 key support levels. Any pullbacks would be awesome. It is in the buy zone, oversold though. So, I mean, that's also a tick too. Yeah. It may seem like there's a lot of positions that I'm missing out on, but staying out of the market, if we just go back to like the other, these 2 trades here, it saved me money. And when that great setup presents itself, like look at that very first pair. It's like 5% minimum, right? 5% minimum on a B setup. So, I mean, just imagine what these A setups will get. There we go. Buy zone. A little oversold. That is one tick. B grade. So no A grades. But let's see. I like what I'm seeing here. You know what I be this is what I'll be looking for. Oh, there we go. That is it. Boom. That's what I like to see. But it didn't paint a A2 setup. So let's see. If the next candle engulfs here, there may be an entry right here like this. Right? Maybe. Let's see what happens. Buy zone. Let's run through the criteria. 200 EMA, buy zone. L50, buy zone. But falling, oversold. So again, it's a tick. B grade just because of the EMAs in the L50, or excuse me, just the L50 and the oversold. Those are two things there. EMAs bullish. Not, let's see if it's overextended in the next candle. Looking for rejection. Boom, we got that. So really we're just looking at the next candle. Let's see what happens. There you go. You got an A2. It's a little low, but hey, that's an entry if I've ever seen one, you know? Boom, there we go. All right, let's see what happens. So even though the Fibonacci retracement right here, this is my trend-based fib extension, right? Even though it's there, I like to place it here. Again, this is B setup, yeah. So I'm gonna make a note. B setup. Again, even though it paints an A, that doesn't mean the setup itself is an A. It's just categorized like the signal is basically saying like what everything in that criteria for the signal is doing. That's why there's the grading system for that. But the grading system has nothing to do with or how I enter, if that makes sense. But anyway, B grade because oversold. That's really it. You know, that's the only thing that knocks it. Let's see what L50. The L50 is sloping down, but nothing of concern because still bullish. Still in buy zone, yeah. So okay, let's see what happens. Boom. A lot of A setups. Look at that. You got multiple times to get in. Oh, here we go. Here's 1, 2. So that's just the first one. Here's an A1 setup. So right here, here's another entry. So with this one, I would actually put it same stop loss just because that's how I trade. I could use that fib as a stop, but that's why we mess around with back testing. See what shoulda, woulda, coulda kind of thing, right? See, we got a lot of A setups though. Let's see what happens. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 opportunities. So I want to take a break here because every time something like this happens, I kind of get a little mind blown in how there's no trades for the entire week. And we're at Friday, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11:30, literally the last night on Thursday. Thursdays are the last days for my trading day. I'm not trading Friday morning. If I set and forget these trades with a stop loss here, leave it, look at price just take off. So let's see. This is 1%, right? Target, boom, 1%. This one, same type of setup. Target, that's 2%. Same thing, 3%. A1 could be tighter, you know, it could be here, but we're just going to keep it here for safe. You know, I'm not going to assume much. So let's see. This would have to be a little higher. So 1% here again. Boom. That hits target at 2 a.m. Target. Boom. Was there news? Oh, there's news coming in at 4 a.m. So let's see what happens. So let's see. You got 2 A1s. We got 1 A1, 2 A1. That's 2 or 1, 2, whatever. You know, just counting them off. 1, 2. Then I have 4 A2 setups. That's potential 6 trades. But again, realistically, I'm not up at 1 a.m. placing this trade. Let's see. I'm not up, you know, midnight 30. Maybe I'm up. Maybe I'm not. If I saw these 4 trades here, including so we got 3 A2s, 1 A1, 4. I'm not trading these 2. So let's call it 4, right? This looks like it's a 4% winner. So 4% across trades. So 4 wins. 6 total opportunity. All 4 hit target. So let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's a week. So you get 5% with this backtesting data. I already hit 5%. I'm going to write this down. It's random, just so I'm keeping track, you know. So I have the first week, June 8th, made, you know, it was, we'll call it 5%. It's over 5%, plus 5%, over 5%, but we'll just call it 5%. I'm not trading the other 2 trades that we just discussed in the backtesting video, but it's June 15th. Now, if we look at this current trade, very similar. During the Asian range, the L50 is presenting a different bias. It's oversold. It is in the buy zone, but it's oversold. Something to be concerned about. That's already a knock for me. But it's great because it's in the buy zone. Once it's in the Asian range is ended, L50 is still in the buy zone, kind of drooping down, sloping down. Price is there though. Overall bullish market, yeah. So that's just something I've noticed in this backtesting session. So I'm going to put notice the L50 during Asian range and both winning days. L50 contradicts. On this second one, that pair doesn't, I mean, the L50 doesn't really contradict. The first one for sure, because it went from sell zone to buy zone. This one is starting in buy zone, but it's an oversold buy zone. So technically it's like cautionary. So that's just something I'll note for that. So let's continue on. I'm trying to get these A setups, man. Just one A setup. Look how long this is taking me. Not long in the grand scheme of things, though. Resistance. So this is the area. Look at all those wicks, man. Asian range high. Let this guy go. L50 sell zone. Look, it changed. So Asian range in the buy zone now. The new day Asian range is over. We're in the sell zone. So I'm not going to be looking to trade this one long, let alone short, just because I'm not trading this down to the 200 EMA. But it does that. It goes down to the 200 EMA. Awesome. Good for you. Good for the market. All right. Sell zone. Let's see what happens. Let's see if my little note here presents anything, right? Like, does it matter what the L50 is doing during the Asian range? Neutral Asian range, 200 EMA, it's consolidating. I ain't trying to trade this, man. You got this. Well, let's put key area for here. So that's something, there is potential here if I wanted to go long, you know, if it presents with a pullback, something tight. Definitely room to at least, you know, squeeze some profit out. If price reveals something, it'd be automatic B grade just because L50. Don't like how L50 is in the sell zone, then it went neutral, then it's still in the sell zone as price is going up. Just don't like that. Perfect reason why to follow the L50. It is showing the intraday trend is bearish. So we're just going to skip ahead to the next. Oh, we're going to hide this one as well. We're going to skip ahead to the next Asian range. All right, cool. So what we're seeing here is we're in the sell zone. L50 is showing, it's really neutral, but it's in the buy zone. From yesterday's sell zone, 200 EMA is in the sell zone. So if anything, I'm looking to short this thing. But with the way price action is going, it's messy. See, look at that. Yeah, wild. I mean, we did see that a little bit a while ago, but that's news. See, inflation news spikes this up, brings it back down in the buy zone. EMAs are shifting. That's right. It's just messy. Stay out of messy markets. That's a lesson there. You know, let's where's the lesson card? All right, so I'm just gonna end this video here. I really hope this provided some value, but before that, I want to screenshot all this, right? So if I wanted to screenshot, like let's say I wanted to go to the 4 hour, right? I want to take notes on these trades and like what I did, reasoning. I mean, it's messy right now, but for the example, this note, right? I want to take a photo of this note in the most recent price action. I'm gonna go here, download the image, save it to my repertoire, and boom, and it's saved to my desktop. I hope that provided value. Take screenshots along the way because sometimes, you know, maybe you fat finger and press the space bar and the pair, you know, it changes pairs out of your relay or replace out of your replay tool. But this is the value of trading. I'm going to continue on backtesting. This is the value of backtesting. I'm going to continue on backtesting, try to find that A setup. Obviously, those B setups do work to 9% profit. So imagine what these A setups will be presenting. I still need a lot of work to do. I need to put in more homework in here and get those A setups because this week I haven't traded anything. And that's a good thing. I'm staying out of the market, very similar to this backtesting data here. So I'm going to get this data and put it somewhere where I could refer back to it and retake these lessons and apply it towards the future. And that's really what backtesting is about, right? So knowing that my B setups work out pretty well in this lesson. I was looking for A's, but hey, these B's work great. So hope that was good for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right, shoots.